Hello and welcome back to another edition of Chill with Kaiju Kim. I'm Kaiju Kim. Hope you're all doing well on this lovely afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you. Sometimes the internet can be a wonderful place. One reason being you get to interact with a bunch of awesome people who are into the same nerdy crap that you're into. Godzilla, for example. I started this channel to share my appreciation for Godzilla and his fellow kaiju in a way that brings people together. I've been told I do a good job at that, but there's someone who I think does an even better job of doing that, and he's here with me tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Unite Godzilla Fans.
Hello, all. Hello.
Hello, hello. How are you, good sir?
I'm doing quite well. Very excited to be on your show, and you absolutely do a fantastic job.
Thank you. I like to think so. And I think the 9 people here watching would like to think so too. I hope so. All right, let's see who we have in the chat tonight. We got Matt Entman. Hello, hello. Welcome. Acno Goji, what's up? Leo Yokatan, it's been a while, my friend. Thank you for coming. Resty, what's up? GFan86, hello, hello. And David Apple, welcome to the show. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. Ooh, and Michael Hamilton, my buddy. Hello, missed you at All Monsters Attack. I know. I wanted to go there so bad.
G-Fest takes a lot of the cash flow for other cons.
That is very true. And we also got Autistic Lizard Productions. Hello, hello, my friend. How are you? Alrighty, so you've seen the show before. You know I like to kick off the conversation by asking 3 questions. What are my 3 questions? Oh yeah. How did you get into Godzilla? What is your favorite Godzilla movie?
Okay.
And what is your favorite non-Godzilla kaiju movie?
Okay, fair. So first question. I was always into dinosaurs, which I think we all start out with. And if my brain serves me correctly, one day on TNT Monster Vision when it was around, Mothra versus Godzilla was on, and my mom turned it on, and boom, I said, oh my god, that is the perfect dinosaur. Now, of course, I thought it was a dinosaur. Don't put me on the cross here for thinking it's a dinosaur, but
how dare you not know everything immediately?
Lose all my credibility right now. And that was it. I was just hooked. Everything got pushed aside with dinosaurs, except, with Jurassic Park and all that good stuff. And I got hooked. Let's see. What was the second question?
Favorite Godzilla movie?
Godzilla versus Destroyer. I'll just say it. I know the O is in there. You gotta pronounce the other O, but I just say Destroyer. And then my non-favorite kaiju.
Your non-Godzilla kaiju movie.
Cliche is gonna be Gamera, of course.
Of course. Which Gamera specifically?
I would say 99. All
right. That's Revenge of Iris, yeah?
Yeah, most brutal Gamera I've ever witnessed from, especially when you have more videos in his Showa period, and then you get to his Heisei era, and it's just, okay, that's bad to the bone. Like,
yeah, that was... I first saw that movie, and I was like, oh my god, that just happened? Ooh, no spoilers, just in case there's people watching who haven't seen it yet.
No spoilers. If you haven't watched it, get on it right now.
Yes. Do not sleep on Gamera, people. Gamera's good people.
Yes, it is.
Good stuff. All right, so let's jump right into our discussion, the importance of community.
Absolutely.
All righty, so your Instagram is basically just you showing appreciation for the Godzilla franchise by sharing like a screenshot from the film or a figure of some sort or maybe some artwork. And this has earned you over 26,000 followers. And that's 26,000 people that you've brought joy to in the Godzilla community, myself included, by the way. That's
Thank you.
amazing. So, what made you want to start that account?
Well, at first it started off as, your plain Jane fan account, just posting photos from the movies and all that stuff. And then I started to post people's artwork, collections, and all that jazz. And I said, you know what? It's time for me to give back to the community, especially now with the internet and how we can reach so many people all over the place. What's the best way to bring everyone together? Well, uniting the fans, of course. And then I did a poll, and what should my name be? And I had a few lists, and then Unite Godzilla Fans was the winner at it. So I took it and I said, all right, best way to start uniting the fans. How? Well, you continue to share people's work, and you use the cheat codes of hashtags and all that jazz, and just reaching out to others, and people really started to enjoy that more and more. And then my philosophy on my page was, this is your page as well as it is mine. Giving people the chance to let me know what they want to see, and asking people to share their artwork with me and allowing me to repost their artwork on my page. And it's something that I never had growing up. We didn't have all this social media platforms available to us, and I never really had friends that were into Godzilla as much as me. I had a few here and there, as I'm sure we all have experienced in our life. And I said, I want people to not go through that, because it felt kind of lonely sometimes. It was just bummer. I mean, my dad brought me to my first G Fest, which was G-Con in '95.
Oh, wow.
And although absolutely blessed and honored that he did that, it still felt kind of lonely because I had no one to share it with. So what's the best way for me to have people not go through that? Well, have a fan page that brings in those fans, that allows them to either follow or talk to other fans, and then they can become friends, and now they start a friendship. And people have told me, like, oh yes, I met this person through you, I met that person through you. I'm like, great, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And that's the origin.
That is amazing. And yeah, going back to G-Fest, we'll talk about G-Fest a little more later, but just going back to what you were saying about it being kind of lonely. Yeah, I agree. Like, I went with my now husband, and back in 2018, 2019, and it was fun. It was a good time. I was surrounded by my people, but that was before I had like an internet presence, I guess. So I felt like, something was kind of missing. And then I went this past year, and now, like, I had people coming up to me like, "Are you Kaiju Kim? Oh my god, can I take a picture?" And then, including you, you're one of those people. like, yeah.
Because you're an inspiration in this community. Regardless of how many numbers you have. When you see a very warm and welcoming face, your people automatically drawn to it, and you absolutely bring that. And I mean, I remember first finding your page, not sure how, but I said, you know what, this person I resonate with, because I can see the passion, I can see the love, not only for the franchise but also for the community. So I totally understand what you're saying.
Yeah, and like G-Fest is like a completely different experience when you have like people to share it with. It's just that's
It's
part of the importance of community, which is what our topic is.
Yep, absolutely, very important.
Absolutely. But unfortunately, having, accounts like yours and mine, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. I'm sure with the huge following that you have, especially, I'm sure you've come across some people who choose to be negative about something. How do you handle people like that?
You, I I kind of go at it and I try to see their perspective on it, and not so much tell them that they're wrong, because when you tell someone that they're wrong, it initiates that trigger response that says, "Hey, now I gotta fight for my stance."
Mhm.
Um, a lot of the times, especially during Godzilla versus Kong, a lot of people were uh, going into the comments and talking about the plot armor and how Kong didn't get this and that. And I said, okay, that I understand what you're saying, and just talking to them and seeing where their head is at and not going at them with aggression. And, because sometimes a lot of these trolls, as we call them, they want that kickback from you. They want you to, act up and start getting nasty and rude. And then it's an uglier show. Um, so I welcome it. I welcome their negativity and turn it around on them and go, well, that's, I respect your feelings on it. And hey, man, cool. If you don't like it, that's okay. I don't mind. Just know that there are people here who do like, X, Y, and Z and feel this way about them. Just, be kind. Don't be all nasty and aggressive.
Yeah, that's like unnecessary. Just, you got to remember, people have different opinions, and that's okay. The world will not explode. It's gonna be okay. I promise. And
It's okay. Hug it out. We hug it out here.
let's
That's
hug it
what
out.
we
It's gonna be okay. It's okay. I got you. I got you. It's fine. But
do.
yeah, I like the approach of just being kind no matter what. Like, I know it's easier said than done sometimes because, let's be real, some people do just kind of suck.
Oh
But
yeah, yeah.
but you never know what people are going through. So, sometimes when they're just being rude for whatever reason, sometimes you just need to show them some love, even if
Yeah,
they don't show it back.
it's a lot easier to go back at them with the same type of energy. But if you meet them at a different energy, they lose it. They lose their momentum. Um, I worked in retail most of my life and had some very, very nasty customers. And I've always felt that the best way to go at it is like, okay, I can be up here with you, but what's that gonna bring to the table? Or I can show you that I can be down here, and I want you to meet me down here, so I can understand what you want and what you need. And that's the same kind of direction in this community. When I see something negative now, I don't catch everybody. I know I don't like to moderate and I don't like to censor anything. Of course, when it gets out of hand, I do step in, but it's kind of like, hey, what's the deal? Like, what are you exactly you going for with this? Are you trolling or are you being serious and just expressing yourself and you're feeling either backed up into a corner? Well, if you are, come on out. Let me talk to you a little bit. Let's see what's going on. And usually that tends to calm it down. With the trolls, I say, all right, knock it off. Let's move on. You don't like this, fine. And the great ones are, with 98 and GVK. Those always bring in the ones that have something to say, whether it be their own opinion or something truly troll negative, cringeworthy. And I just go, all right, enough.
Yeah, like, can we be done with the trolling and the just there? I promise you, there are so many other things that you could be doing with your time than trolling.
Yeah, it's more beneficial to stop the trolling.
Yes, go touch some grass. So
Seriously, get outside for a little bit. It's all right. The Earth is cool. It's got some cool things out there.
yeah,
This
there you
ain't
go.
life.
Yeah. We got a comment from our friend Doomzilla. Hello, Doomzilla. Due to past negative experience, I tend to listen instead of saying anything. That's
Yeah,
also a
I
good approach.
that
Yeah.
is. sometimes giving a person an ear is always cool, but it's also fun to interact because you might see something in a different perspective, but you don't have to accept that as your own perspective. You can go, all right, like I said before, okay, I respect your views. I don't agree with it, but hey, thanks for sharing. I appreciate that you share.
Exactly. I so wish everyone else had that kind of attitude. Like, the world is such a better place.
The world would be a better place if a lot of people thought that way, but it's tough. We tend to want to be on top of our game 24/7, and we don't have to be. We can be a little laid back with it, and I think just going out there and just saying, hey, all right, come talk. Let's sit down for a minute. Message me. We don't
Yeah,
have to do
let's have a civil discussion about this.
Yeah,
Okay,
you don't gotta drop F-bombs on my page left and right. Like that's just
like these people like have something to prove, and it's just like you settle. We're all Godzilla fans here. Just settle down, pipe down. It's gonna be okay. Let's talk about this. Like, you like this? I don't like this. Let's talk about it. You know?
I think that especially now, having a status in any community is always sought out, and you don't have to have a status in anything. I didn't expect this page to blow up at all. I'm humble every single day that it has done that, but I don't look at that number and go, well, I'm king of the castle now. I can say and do whatever I want and feel. No, I still truthfully feel that I am at 100 followers, and I'm still trying to get more people to just come together and just be a family, like I preach on my page, because that's what this community is, at least to me, and I'm sure to you as well, and to others. Then it's a family. It's not who's better, who knows more. There are things about Godzilla I don't know. You talk about soundtracks. I mean, I have no idea half of them, honestly.
Like, I think the soundtracks sound good. Let's move on to the next topic.
Like, yes, that was a great one. I don't know who did it, but it's great.
Like, all right, good for you. I'm happy for you that you enjoy that.
And just look at everybody that on the same level. Who cares about collection size or how many you have? I when I first started UGF, I did a G-Fan Friday sort of thing, and I would post displays of collections and that, and a lot of people were like, oh, well, I don't have a really big collection. I'm like, so what? Who cares? If those are the figures you love and the figures that you can afford, because let's be honest, figures aren't cheap. There's nothing cheap about them. Then that's absolutely amazing. Like, continue, appreciate your collection, show it off, be proud, and say, hey, this is what I got. I'm a G fan. No matter how many X Plus Bandai or SH martial arts figures I have, I'm still part of this community. I'm still contributing by, buying this stuff and showing it off. That's completely cool. I mean, we all, I'm jealous of people's collection on a daily basis. Whenever I see, I'm like, I want that.
I want that. Yeah.
So status doesn't matter. It really doesn't.
It really doesn't. And the only requirement for being a Godzilla fan is you have to like Godzilla.
I feel like that's a very, very simple requirement.
Yeah, just like, oh, you like Godzilla? Fantastic. Welcome to the community.
Come on. Like, you're part of the family. Awesome. It's like, if you look at other communities, Marvel and Star Wars, it's kind of sad to see what that's all become, because it is now about status, and it is now about who knows more and what your opinion is and what you like and what you don't like. In the Godzilla community, does it really matter what you like and what you dislike?
I mean, there are gatekeepers in every community.
There are, and I'm sure, when they're watching this, they're gonna be like, oh, well, they don't how can they say they don't know all about the
Yeah,
sound?
like, oh, I know more than them. I have a PhD in Godzilla.
Good on you. Let you come school me then. Let me know, because I'll make sure to tell you when I'm listening. Like, really? No, you're fine.
Yeah, just set, pipe down.
Simmer down now. Simmer down.
Pipe down. Okay, you're not all that. All right. I like this comment from Monarch Research. Hate to be the one to say it, but when you have a big impression on the Godzilla/Kong community, people tend to listen to you more.
I know who that is, and I just want to say hello, Monarch Research. Thank you for joining. True pleasure. Yeah, I mean, sure, absolutely. People will tend to listen to you more, but you also know your place. Don't act like a big shot. Don't act like you are above the rest. And if the Easter eggs or the backstories or the origins of movies, figures, whatever, there's no need to boast and stick out your chest and be like, I know this and you don't. Haha. Just like, hey,
Good
did you
for
know?
you.
Did you know that I don't know, Angus was supposed to breathe fire? Did you know? Because I just learned it. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at that. We're learning new things together. How about that?
Boom. We're being a family.
Exactly. Yeah, and if you do, have a big impression on people, then use that to spread positivity like you do, and don't be a jerk about it. Like, why? Why is it so hard for people not to
What
be a
is
jerk?
it? Spider-Man with what was it? With great power comes great responsibility. Is that the
Yeah,
quote?
exactly. Yeah.
Shin wants to
Oh,
be a part of this.
we have a cameo from our the Defo Real Shin Godzilla there.
The
Very nice.
gigantic dude. But it's a quote that is very important because power you need to have moderation and control and responsibility over power, or else it's going to get right to your head, and then that's it. You're gonna lose everything you worked on for, and that's one of the things that I always keep in mind when I'm doing this. Sure, I love seeing people follow me. I love getting messages. I love getting comments. I love getting likes. I'm not even going to lie. It's great to see. It's a great feeling. But the feeling is that people are enjoying what I do. And my message is either working, helping, and getting through to people. That's my take on the build of Unite Godzilla Fans, is that people are seeing what I'm doing, taking it into account or to the heart, and doing the same thing on their page so they can grow their page up.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. We need more people like Unite Godzilla Fans. I 100% agree.
Much love, much love. Always appreciative. And like I said, it's not only my page, it's yours.
Exactly. Hello, my twin, Donnie Winter. Thank you for stopping by, my friend. I think so long as people remember that our fandom is diverse, we're all connected through this wonderful franchise. Indeed.
Truth. Preach. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Exactly. All right. Let me just pull up my thing here. I got more stuff to talk about here. All right. So give me 1 second. I'm totally prepared. All right. So what have been some of your favorite interactions within this community?
Can I say everybody?
Sure.
Everybody. It's great when people message me and talk about how they first got into Godzilla and what was their first, figure or movie or book, comic, whatever it is. And even how they got into it. I always love hearing that the mom and dad were a part of it, because my mom and dad were a huge part of it. If they're watching, because I did send them the link. Hi, Mom and Dad. Thank you for getting me into this horrible addiction. I appreciate.
You see what you've done. You see what you've created.
You understand the money I've used. My mom at G-Fest was like, "Don't spend too much money. Budget yourself."
No promises.
It's like, okay, Mom, sure thing. I did great. And And that's one of the most beautiful things. And it's always very touching um, to see even people that are going through something in life. I have a few people who are going through a really rough time in their life, and they come to me and they go, I your positivity, your page, really it brightens me up on a bad day, and I'm just like, I don't do anything. I just do me. But thank you so much for showing your love and support, and I'm glad that this helps you at your low point in life, because that's what we always need. And if Godzilla is that thing like it was for me when I was growing up, then yeah, I'm gonna continue doing that. So like, hey, please keep on sending that message over, because it just inspires me to keep on doing it.
Exactly. That is amazing. So let's talk about G Fest a little more for a little bit.
For sure.
Yeah, so one of my favorite things about G Fest is meeting all these fantastic people that you interact with on the internet in person. And
Yeah.
like I said, well, you and I briefly met in this past G Fest, which was awesome. So my question for you, as someone who has set out to unite Godzilla fans, hence the handle, uh, would you say that you're very much in your element, being among all those people gathered together to celebrate Godzilla? Do you get to talk to a lot of people, or are you like me, you're kind of an introvert in real life?
In real life, I am an introvert. I don't go out much. I usually just work, come home, sit on my couch, look at figures that I can't afford. Um, but yeah, at G Fest, I am fully in my element, um, and I feel I feel more opened up when I'm there, um, and meeting everybody and such as yourself. Of course, you were very very surrounded by your fans as well, which I loved seeing. It was well worth it and well deserved, absolutely 100%. And it's being around people that we all have this one giant thing
Haha.
in common. And I don't know about you. I feel like you did. Got the G Fest blues after it all ended,
I
because
think I think everyone
now,
got the G Fest blues, especially
yeah,
since it's been a couple of years since the last one, and
yeah,
then I got to meet everybody, all my friends, and it's just like oh, and then it's over. I'm like, oh,
it was one big family reunion that I think we all needed. Um, I mean, the whole setup was great, and the feel of it, the excitement, just brought me joy. I was waiting online with a few of my buddies. We were picking up our name badges, and the first person that got their name badge cheered, and the whole line just screamed in excitement. And I was just like, "This is beautiful."
look at how they're so happy.
And he's just like holding his name badge, like, I got mine. And I'm like, I can't wait to do that. It was beautiful, and I was definitely in my element. I felt at home. I had, and of course, I promoted, coming up and saying hi. And to be honest, not that I expected people to, but there were some people that came up to me, and I felt so honored and so blessed that they even said something to me, because even with it, the status, you might come off intimidating by no intention whatsoever. And by coming up to me and saying, "Oh my God, you're Unite Godzilla Fans. I love your page. I love your content." I'm just like, I don't do anything. I just put on what I feel like you guys want to see. That's it. So this page is your page as much as it's mine, but it made me feel so humble and blessed that I could meet a lot of the people who show love. And just, if you're watching it, thank you very much. I love you guys. And I couldn't ask for anything else.
Yeah, it is amazing, and yeah, I don't have as huge of a following as you do, but I know I do kind of sympathize with that, like because I had my very first G Fest panel. I don't know if you were like in attendance. You were there, okay? Yeah, and I was so surprised. Like I like introduced myself, and I was like, "Oh, I'm Kaiju Kim on YouTube." I got an applause.
Yes. And as you should, I was like, this is what she deserves, like 100%, without a doubt.
And it's just like I had no idea that I made that many people like excited or happy. At least I hope I do, because I mean, it seems like I did. So like,
You do. You do. You got to give yourself some credit there, Kim. A little more credit on you. You do
I mean,
great in this community. I mean, even my experience with like once I found out that you were there, I said, first off, I have to meet her because she's awesome. She's been, very supportive, and I want to make sure to be very supportive back. Although the algorithms on Instagram, we all know, can be very wonky. But I was just so happy to see you. I was like, oh my God, there she is. There's one of the leading, and this could be a discussion for something else or maybe on your show, a leading female kaiju fan that you don't really see in the community a lot. And if you do, they kind of get like, but it's so exciting to see a person who has started from the bottom, rose to the top, and is still doing what they've done from the start. And that's what you have done 100%. So I'm going to reverse this role real quick and say, what was your most memorable moment at G-Fest?
Man, it's my show. I'm supposed to be asking you questions. All right. Let me think about it.
I wouldn't be Unite Godzilla Fans if I didn't ask a couple of questions.
That is true. That is true.
It's a tough one because it was your first. It's a tough one.
I mean, it was my third G-Fest, my first time being on a panel.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess I like this comment from Bonus Commentary. Like, oh, I don't have a huge following. Get standing ovation at G-Fest panel.
See, they're agreeing. They know it.
I mean, I guess that was pretty cool. I guess that would be my favorite. Not to like toot my own horn or anything, but that was pretty cool.
No, I think that's an absolutely reasonable answer. It feels, you get that feeling inside you, and it's just like, I did it.
I had an impact on people, and that just goes to show you never know what kind of impact you'll have on people. That's why it's important to be kind no matter what.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Acto Goji says his favorite interaction was taking a picture with Monster Island Bodies and me, yours truly, and meeting a lot of people at G-Fest.
I fangirled when I met MIB. Like I love his content. He's great. I mean, I can even go as far as say he's an inspiration on my positivity because he is so positive in his videos and what he does, and he brings such joy to the community. I mean, this dude had a line of people waiting to take a photo with him, and I'm just like, can I just get one photo with you, man? And he was like, I'm like, hey, I'm Unite Godzilla Fans. He was like, you're Unite Godzilla Fans? I'm like, hold on a second. I'm not the big show. You're the big show here. Like, let's not get this twisted. And he was like, it's so good to put, a face on a big name in the community. I go, who are you talking to right now, man? Like, you're MIB. Like,
yeah, dude.
The legend, the myth, the man of the hour. But yeah, it's always cool. It's great.
It is always cool. I actually met him too. And he geeked out to meet me. I was like, wait, you're excited to meet me? What?
He's a very, very great dude, and I think that if he doesn't go work with Toho anytime soon, I'm gonna yell at Toho because they need him on their work list.
Yes, very much so. And if he gets on there, maybe he can have me on there too, because my dream.
Yes, get Kaiju Kim in Toho Studios as well.
Yes, I can edit stuff, or at least let me be a production assistant. Please,
I'll support it, hands down.
All right. Hashtag let Kaiju Kim make a Godzilla movie. All right.
Yes.
So
start it up, team.
So I don't know if there's a lot of Godzilla fans around your area. You're in Jersey too, right? We're both Jersey people.
We're both Jerseyans. Look at that.
Yeah. How about that? That's awesome. So like, if there were like a bunch of Godzilla fans in your area, would you maybe consider hosting like a one night event or something that's kind of like a mini G Fest? And if so, can I get invited?
I would hope you would be a part of it, Kim.
Uh,
Not that you could take the realms for all I care with it, but yeah, absolutely. I go to when G Fest isn't happening, I like to go to horror conventions as well because not only do I like horror stuff, but they also from time to time have vendors that sell Godzilla figures and whatnot. A couple of people that I do know are there, and it's always cool to see them. And I absolutely 100% think that there needs to be more of an accessible way for Godzilla fans to have more than just G-Fest once a year. Because it's 3 days is not enough. Like, in all honesty, it's really not. Like, after you get that hype, like, I need more. Give me more.
You get G Fest withdrawals. Like,
Oh, my God. Just in bed. Just scratching your neck and whatnot.
you
But
got any more of that G Fest?
I was actually in talks with a friend who runs an online shop, and he wanted to do a type of vendor thing at a hotel, and I'm like, just like let's talk to other people who do it, see how much it costs, because these things are expensive, and where we can have something like that. And the idea always runs by me. It's like, all right, let's maybe there's a hall that we can get it at. But the problem is, what hits me the most is, and it sucks to say this, but the funds. These things are not cheap. If you want to make it memorable and an experience of a lifetime, and for it to continue on, you have to cater to the community and bring them what they want. Special guests, artists, vendors to sell things at. These they don't come free. They come with the price, rightfully so, of course. But even like I see some people, they talk about how there should be more guests at G Fest and more days at G Fest, and my comment to them is, but you got to think about how much it costs. I'm sure there's profit to be made, but you got to pay these people. You got to pay the rooms. You got to pay for the vendors, the spaces, blah, blah. And I'm just like, I don't want to ask people for money. I don't want to be like, hey, I'm trying to do a Jersey G-Fest. Go on my GoFundMe page and donate your hard-earned money to it. That kind of kills my momentum. It kills it.
I mean, I think it's safe to say that people will donate, though. I would throw some money at it.
I would throw my own money at it. Like, you know what? How much it costs? Fine, I'll put it in half. But it's definitely an idea, and I'll say I'm still geeking out that you're in Jersey, because I'm just like, oh my God, I'm even more closer to her than I thought. Yes. But I mean, maybe in the future we can discuss some matters.
Maybe, perhaps we can make it happen.
I think it's definitely an amazing idea, and I think it should happen because there's not a lot of Godzilla Fest around. Like places like California have a lot of them. I think there was with All Monsters Attack.
Yeah, that was in Indiana.
They get the good stuff. Let's be real.
Yeah.
They always get the good stuff. Jersey, here and there.
Jersey has Chiller Theater,
which is like 10 minutes away from me when it goes down, and that's when I first met who was it? Megumi at her first.
I met her there too.
She signed that bad boy for me.
Oh yeah, she signed. It's off camera, but I have a Biolante screenshot that's autographed by her.
And and even the thought then was, well, how much did it cost to bring her here?
Probably did not. Probably not cheap.
Airfare, food, hotel room. I don't think the guests are going to pay for their room. But I think something could happen.
I think so. Maybe we can make it happen. with our powers combined, we can, bring forth.
Put on some ring and be like, "Your powers combined, Jersey Chief Fest unite!" Yay!
Yeah. Oy vey. So, you have your Instagram account. I got my YouTube channel. What are some other ways we could spread positivity in the Godzilla community aside from this hypothetical mini G Fest in Jersey that may or may not happen in a couple of years? We'll see.
not saying that a couple years is a date, maybe in a year. Never know. I think it's up to the fans. I think they have to also do the same, because it can't be only the ones that have that status. If you look at like Buddha teachings, monk teachings and whatnot, it's not only the one main person, it's everybody preaching it, practicing it, and showing it. And it's not always easy. I mean, there are times where I get into debates with comments and I just throw my phone away and go, I can't do this because I'm about to explode. And I grew up in New York, and my full New Yorker is about to come out, and I'm about to go full Italian on them and just wig out. You need other people, and saying you need an army is I feel like is a negative approach. You need your family by your side saying, hey, we're cool here. You don't have to be this force of nature and try and dominate over people who maybe disagree with you, don't know as much as you do, don't have a big of a collection as you do. You don't have to do any of that. We're not saying you aren't awesome. You're awesome. I mean, hands down, you're awesome. But it has to be up to the other people in our positivity community here. That's a tongue twister to say. But yeah, you have to, if you're going to be a part of it, do it. Practice it every day. I sometimes like to say to myself, all right, I'm going to find one negative person in my comments and talk to them and get down to the bottom of why they're bringing such aggressive force. Why are they feeling like they need to have this superior motive to their narrative? And then once I find that out, talk it down. Like, hey, I'm down here. You're up here. I'm down here. Like, come hang with me.
Settle down, pipe down. It's okay.
What do you think? And what do you think needs to happen to spread more of this positivity that we do?
Yeah, basically everything you just said. And then people got to remember that, despite popular belief, life is not a competition. Okay? Just settle down, like what you like, dislike what you dislike, and just remember, like, we're all humans. We're all, well, not all of them in the universe is like a Godzilla fan, but you know what I mean? Like everyone in the stream in the chat right now is a Godzilla fan. Okay.
Yeah. And some of them might not even know each other, but maybe they're talking to each other and agreeing or disagreeing and learning how to channel that positivity through them. And that's where it all comes to. We're uniting everybody together. And it's not only me, it's you. It's who else do we have? I mean, MIB. Who else could I name drop right now? Rich, ESO, Mr. Fresh Vinyl. All those people have to do it as well if they want to see that change. It's not going to get rid of every single toxic fan. That's just something that we have to accept. These people are going to be here. There's no way to boot them out. But you have to learn how not to give them that fuel so they can continue on. If you give them love, they're going to hate you for giving them love. They're going to want to attack you for that. But just keep on pushing it. Be like, hey, man, I still love you. Fine. You don't like Shin Godzilla. You think he was ugly, overly ugly. It's okay. They don't mean that. You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
You're beautiful in your own way, Shin.
Absolutely. Okay. But you don't have to counter. And if it continues and you get tired of it, I got the simplest solution for you. Exit out. Go scroll. Go on TikTok. Go on something else, and scroll. That's
Just
it.
walk away. Walk away.
Just walk away. It's done. It's done. And as soon as you stop, their fuel is done. It's done. They got nothing.
Yeah. Bonus commentary. No. Everyone is a Godzilla fan. They just haven't seen the right film yet. That's true. That's true.
Fair enough. I mean, hey, from the impressive, long lines of films, you got a lot out there to choose from. And it doesn't matter where you start, especially with the young fans. A lot of their first film is like the legendary films. Some even start out with 98. And I will say I used to be the one that used to, rag on 98 100% because I'm not a fan of it. Great monster movie, but otherwise, fine. But no matter where you start from, that's great that you started from. I don't care if you started off with GVK. You're going to want to learn more about it and then get involved. And once you get involved into it, do something. I don't care if it's the same thing that you and I are doing. Do the same. The bigger the masses, the more the message is heard. That's what matters.
Amen. All right, one more comment from the Ascending Apothecon. We need a Godzilla movie where Godzilla's inner thoughts are narrated by Snoop Dogg. Okay. Or Morgan Freeman.
I 100% agree with both. I think Snoop Dogg would be excellent. Have you seen his nature commentary?
I have not.
After this, let's go on YouTube and look it up. It's absolutely amazing. And Morgan Freeman, wow, that would be something.
Ooh, Patrick Stewart, Sir Patrick Stewart.
You know what? I would do Gandalf. Ian McKellen, or whatever his last name is.
Yeah.
I would love to see him narrate a Godzilla movie. I think that would be so epic. I'm a Lord of the Rings fan. So that would just two things that I love in one. Woo! Total fangirl.
Another comment from bonus commentary. To me, that's one of the more interesting parts of the fandom is figuring out the gateway film because it's not even close to being universal. It really, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's totally. I think. Okay, Kim, what was your first movie?
My first Godzilla movie was King Kong versus Godzilla. I saw it as a young toddler.
Okay, you had the goofy Godzilla suit, the Kong juice, him getting drunk, and him fighting an octopus.
Indeed.
That's a trippy movie too.
It's good stuff. It has a special place in my heart because it was my first.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah. Alrighty, so I think that's all the time we have for tonight. It was amazing talking to you, but before we head out, why don't you plug your Instagram and whatever else you got going on? And
do a little shameless promotion going on here.
Yeah, there you go.
If you want to follow me, I don't know. Can they see the handle on my screen? I can't tell.
Yes, they can.
All right, so if you just follow that into Instagram, it's Burning Godzilla. My profile picture is done by Super Kaiju Gamer, an awesome person in the community doing great things as well. And just follow me and say, hey, I saw you on the great Kaiju Kim, and you're cool. And then I'm just gonna be like, okay, make sure you follow Kaiju Kim first because she's still way better than me. No,
oh, that's debatable.
But make sure you just just be you, love what you love, preach love to those who want to go against it. And I'm gonna say my slogan as always: stay united, G fans.
That's right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, to you watching at home, thank you so much for hanging out with me and my fantastic guests. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, like this stream if you had a good time here tonight, and be sure to tune in next time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, next Sunday, for another edition of Chill with Kaiju Kim. Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.